Back on Inside Bucs Sports, Jay Sandos joined by the head men's soccer coach here at East Tennessee State University. That's head coach Scott Calabrese. And Coach, we thank you for taking the time with us. Obviously, last weekend in conference action, you went down and played North Florida Jacksonville. Let's start with the Friday contest against North Florida.
Well, we started pretty well. Very important weekend for us. We had to get points on the board, and we're playing quite well for long stretches of the game. And we went up a goal, and unfortunately, we conceded on a great goal by UNF, and kind of had to claw our way back into the game. Didn't necessarily capitalize on our chances, and we created quite a few. And UNF, with 10 minutes to go, basically scored another goal, put us under some pressure, and our guys rallied. They fought, and we were able to, with 2 minutes on the clock, tie it up. With so much on the line, I think we really were up for it, and were able to get the win in overtime. And it was a critical win for us, for sure.
And an emotional win, obviously, anytime you come from behind and you tie it up, then you go into double overtime and get a win. And then, you stay down there because of the way the swing works. You're still in Jacksonville, get a little practice time Saturday. And then, it was going to be a tough game going on the road anyways to Jacksonville, but you got off to a pretty good start in the first half.
Yeah, JU's a quality team. And we knew that was going to be a big challenge for us. So wanted to start that game off on the right foot. Took a lot of confidence coming out of UNF. We basically showed that we can come back and we could deal with the tough situation. So started the game really brightly, went up 1-0, and second half made a couple mistakes again and put ourselves in a hole. Tried to climb out just like we did against UNF, but we had a little bit less in the tank down the stretch, and so we surrendered those points, unfortunately. But I think the guys still believe that we are a good team and that we need to just get ourselves back on track again.
Well, Coach, you're halfway through the season. You played 4 matches to go. You get 3 of those in a friendly confines, Summers-Taylor Stadium, and the big thing's going to be this weekend. 2 huge Florida schools are coming in, Stetson and obviously the ranked Florida Gulf Coast Eagles. Yeah,
Stetson's a good team. We met them in the finals last year for the championship game. And we know what they're about. They're a good team. We definitely like the fact that we have them here, and we have historically been very successful at Summers-Taylor Stadium. So we need to make sure that we are ready for that game and get another 3 points so that we can kind of springboard, get a little confidence, and get into the Florida Gulf Coast game.
Coach, all you really are trying to play for is good, best seeding you can in the conference tournament. And the conference tournament holds a little bit a bigger value for you because, more importantly, it's going to be right here on the campus of ETSU, which obviously you won the championship last year in dramatic fashion. But if you can just get to the conference tournament and you've got 4 games to do that, is there a sense of urgency to try to get the guys to secure a spot and then everything will take care of itself from there?
Yeah, I think so. For us, it's funny if you focus too much on the result, then you get away from the process, and it's really the process that's going to get you there, doing the right things in training, doing the right things in games, focusing on the details. And I think if we do that, we focus on the details, we have the right attitude going into this weekend, then we have the best chance to get the results. But I think it's imperative right now that we get points on the board this weekend. I think if we can get 6 points out of this weekend, which is very possible at home, even though these are 2 good teams, then we maybe take a little pressure off ourselves and can play with a bit more freedom.
Coach, then you go on the road down to Macon, Georgia to take on Mercer. Then you're back home in a couple of weeks to play a huge home match against a national prominent program in Clemson. Yep. And how important is it to get schools like Clemson here? And that's a game you probably don't have to give your best chance to get the team fired up for.
Yeah, it seems like we're always up for big teams and big names, and you look at this year, the success we've had against ranked opponents. It's very good, and we've beaten Virginia Tech, big ACC school. So those are games where it's easy to get fired up for, and so I think it's great to have those teams here because the community gets to see a really good level of soccer. But what's critical for our season, even though those are important games from the community standpoint and from a program standpoint, the critical games right now actually are conference games.
And that's always it seems like the fun thing for the students when they see the BCS schools or I guess a named opponent across their chest.
Yeah.
It just gets them a little fired up. But obviously what gets the Bucs in the postseason play, or what will get them in the postseason play this year is if you take care of your own business in your conference and win the conference championship.
Yeah, and that's really got to be the focus for us. We're well capable of it, and I think maybe we get a little bit caught up in the big names and the big opponents, but you gotta kind of your bread and butter every day is going to be what do you do against your ASUN teams, because our goal is to be champions in the ASUN and to get into the NCAA tournament, and that's really the only way there right now.
And Coach, obviously they say in conference play you definitely need to hold serve when you're at home. You can try to split in 2-game sets when you're on the road, but once again, a tough 2-game set coming up this weekend. We need plenty of crowd support against Stetson and Florida Gulf Coast.
Yeah, I think we perform best at home, and I think part of the reason we perform best at home is because we've gotten great support. And when the fans come out, the students come out, the community comes out and supports us, I think our guys take a lot from that, and it kind of invigorates their performance. And so the more support we get, I feel like that will help us.
Coach, we really appreciate the time today, hanging out with us, and good luck to you this weekend.
Thank you, Jay.
That's comments from head coach Scott Calabrese. More of Inside Bucs Sports after this timeout. You're watching the Buccaneer Sports Network for Fox College Sports Atlanta.